have land, you have cars, as long as you're not owing on it, that will be your security or collateral that I will hold in order to do business with you. They break open your house one thing, they rape your mother, they rape your father, they rape your brother, they rape your sister, they rape your auntie, they rape your auntie, they rob you of all your jewels, they take your car if you have a license firearm, they take your firearm and they go on with that. And those that are supposed to vote for this bill, for the next year, you all are pleased and it's okay with that. What are they smoking? You cannot come and tell Saieed, well, hear this now. Saieed, mass mandatory, here we go. They come to an end. And then you come and tell me, here we go on side. If you go to the supermarket, the grocery, or the malls, you have to wear your mask. Saieed, if you go to a pharmacy, you have to wear your mask. Saieed, if you're traveling, you have to wear your mask. If you're in the transportation hub, you have to wear your mask. If you're going to church side, you have to wear your mask. If you're in the school side, you're wearing your mask. If you go to a barber salon, you go to the theater, you're wearing your mask. Which dum-dum in Trinidad and Tobago will go in a theater and buy a popcorn and a juice and sit down and wear a mask? Thanks! If every councillor go through their constituency, do video clips like this and send it for us, I'm gonna be so happy just to play it on our program on a Wednesday night. You know why I would be happy? I will be filled with joy in my heart. You know why? Because the councillor is getting off their butts and they are actually going and doing some live video shoots. Real Talk took the initiative to find out suppliers of wheat in the world that National Flour Mill could go to. So now Romano is saying the company is not going to raise any price in the near future. Why? Why? Is it because the S-boss and they realize now that, hey, it is in the public domain that we could go right Mexico and buy flour and wheat? We could go right China and buy wheat? I am about change. And thus far, Real Talk is very effective in Trinidad and Tobago, coming towards making changes for the citizens. Public Utility Minister Marvin Gonzalez have urged the population to appreciate and be grateful for the availability of the utilities. This, as Gonzalez recalled, time in his life when he had to fetch water using a bucket from a nearby river. Gonzalez, I want you to understand something. I want you, Mr. Gonzalez, to understand something. You are being paid thousands of dollars by public utility, by the finance ministry, to govern WASA. Come on. To govern WASA, I want you to understand that you ain't going in no office for no free code. You are being paid. Do not tell me that I, Saieed, have to be grateful for the water I get it. Let me tell you something, Gonzalez. Every 4 months, I have to pay $400 and I get water once a bloody month. So don't come on a media briefing and say, Saieed, you have to be contented. You have to be happy. Marvin, the next best thing for you to do is to resign and get the hell out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I am your host Saeed. We do want to thank you for joining us, viewers. Remember, we are in your living room, on your phone, on your computer from 7 to 8 p.m. nightly, Monday to Friday. And we run the next day from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. So call your friends, call your family, let them know Real Talk with Saeed is going live, the #1 current affairs program in Trinidad and Tobago. And just a little reminder, viewers, I am a licensed money lender. Those of you who are looking for cash borrow, it's not a problem. Don't make it a problem. Don't hurt your head. Where am I getting money from? Who can I borrow money from? No, all you have to do is contact my office, Real Talk with Saieed Ali, or Real Talk Finance and Investment. This is our phone number, viewers, Monday to Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. On Saturdays, it's 8:30 a.m. to 12 noon. So viewers, remember, you want a smile on your face? You want to remove your headache from knowing where to borrow cash? Contact Real Talk Finance and Investment. We are here waiting on you. We love to lend to put a smile on your face. Remember, viewers, those of you who want 4% on a fixed deposit, right here at Real Talk Finance and Investment, again, the highest interest rate that is being paid in Trinidad and Tobago. And I will tell you this, if you have money in the bank and you don't know how to get a greater reward on your hard-earned cash, remember, I am a licensed money lender. So you want to make money? Call me, come sit down, we will have a chat, and I will show you how to make money. Remember, I just lend money, you know. I'm a licensed money lender, and I always tell you that. So if you want to know how to make more money, viewers, with the cash that you have sitting down, I'm the man for you. I'm a licensed money lender, remember that. So very soon, Real Talk Finance and Investment will be launching in Guyana, viewers. I'm also a licensed money lender in Guyana. I want to let you understand that I got my license in December. I have all documents, all papers to run Real Talk Finance and Investment in Guyana also. In Guyana, Real Talk also have Real Talk equipment. We have Real Talk autos. We're going to have a car place in Guyana. We have Real Talk equipment rental, excavator, truck, backhoes in Guyana also. So remember that. Our company is growing, viewers. We have started to expand in other countries. Very soon it will be Grenada, Barbados, St. Lucia. We're going to be all up in the Caribbean. So like I said, you want to make more money on the money that you have in the bank, contact me. Contact me, I'm a licensed money lender. I will show you how to make money. Remember, viewers, I am an outstanding individual in Trinidad and Tobago. If I had skeletons in the closet, police would have unlocked me up 6 years back. You think police had did the investigation on me already? Who is this Muslim come out on television? Who is this licensed money lender advertising on television? Who cracking this one down, the next one, bashing, demanding thing? Who is this Saieed Ali? You think police had did the investigation already? But you can't come around me. I clean like a new brand whistle. Also, viewers, I'm a spiritual consultant. Those of you who having spiritual problems, feel free to contact me. Come, we'll sit down, we'll do our reading. You would know what is taking place. You would know what to do. God has blessed me tremendously, viewers. And from time to time, I love to tell you how God has blessed me. I will tell you something. Keeping a name in the public domain is a very, very hard thing, because every single day you are faced with opportunities and offers. And me, I just tell people, one thing you can't do is that you can't throw money at me and tell me, Saieed, I want you to do X, Y, and Z. Nah. No. 6 years now. The 19th of March will make Real Talk with Saieed Ali 6 years on Synergy Television. And we have not asked any individual to run an ad, to pay for something. The only time I just tell a to make a contribution is when we do our food drive. You know why? Because I want you all to be part of the blessings. Very soon we're going to be doing one. You see, when you plant a seed in good soil, when your tree germinates, it will be strong, it will be fruitful.
Not everybody is good soil, eh? I could tell you that. I could tell you. So as we start our program tonight, the hydrographic survey will be conducted on the wreckage site of the cove in Tobago, starting from today, some 21 days after the vessel spilled bunker fuel, ran aground at the site near the shoreline. The survey will measure the water depth and identify navigational hazard on the sea floors to determine the best way to remove the overturned Gulf Stream barge. Tobago Emergency Management Agency Director Alan Stewart said that the Ministry of Energy and Energy's Industry had sourced further specialist help to start this process. When the survey is completed, the team will project how and when the vessel can be removed. The survey will provide the team with certain intelligence and information such as compartment of the ship as well as quantity. After the assessment, they will be in a better position to make some projection. As a result, Stewart could not give timeline of how long it would take to fully plug the leak and how long contamination of the oil out at sea will continue for. It was not until last Friday that the Institute of Marine Affairs confirmed that the substance spilling from the barge was a type of bunker fuel. Meanwhile, officials are still working to positively identify the owner of the vessel. So Trinidad and Tobago, that is a bacchanal by itself right there. We still don't know who are the owners of the vessel. We still don't know what the vessel were doing there. Cocaine sprung up not too long ago in package or a substance like cocaine, according to National Security Minister. He said it couldn't be linked, or it may not be linked, or it could be linked. You know how the minister does operate. He never know nothing. But then say what? Moving along. The Ministry of Tourism, Culture and the Arts. Tourists spend an estimate. Now this is a Carnival review, eh? Tourists spent an estimate US $94.2 million or TT $640 million for Carnival 2024. There were also increase in attendance at events and visitors' arrival to many aspects of the festival compared to the previous year. According to a release, the Carnival season was a 19-day period from January 26th to February 13th. Now, 29,651 non-national visitors arrived by air compared to 27,375 in 2020. 11,793 nationals who live abroad. Air visitors spending for Carnival period was estimated at US $93.4 million or $634 million TT. There were also approximately 20,423 persons who visited on cruise ship. They spent about US $878,198 or TT $5.97 million in total. A lot of money. We talk about figures. It also creates business opportunities for numerous artists in several fields, including fashion, music, performing arts, among other industries. The National Carnival Commission event also saw a boost this year, which is good. Meanwhile, Minister of Tourism Randall Mitchell stated that our carnival serves as a powerful testament to our culture on a global apparel. These figures point to the significant economic boost this festival gives the country. It's only 2 days. It's only 2 days. He added that the ministry was inspired by the success of 2024 Carnival and was committed to working with all stakeholders to make Carnival 2025 more streamlined and unforgettable. Now Trinidad and Tobago. On a previous show, we would have indicated to you that the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Minister Paula Gopiskun, they wanted to implement artists to pay some sort of returns, I guess. We played the video for you on a previous show. We played the video for you on a previous show. So now Randall Mitchell, now Paula Gopiskun is saying that they want to implement something, that artists must be taxed. Randall Mitchell said his government is not going to implement no new tax. Now this is just a recap from a previous show. So not one of them came out and said something different. No news briefing. 2 PNM minister, one saying his government not going to tax artists, Randall Mitchell, the Minister of Tourism, Paula Gopiskun on the other side, the Minister of Foreign, wants now artists to be taxed. Taxpayers, listen to this now, we're switching gears a bit, we'll leave that right there for another night. Taxpayers have been paying close to $6 million annually in salary, security fees, and utility bills on 4 non-operational community swimming pools managed by the Ministry of Sport and Community Development. $6 million in fees annually. The monthly operational cost for these non-functional pools is almost $500,000. Given the latest update on the status of its 9 swimming pools, the Ministry of Sport identified La Joquita, Tiparia, Sandy Grande, and Couva as closed due to ongoing refurbishment works, while Morva, Diego Martin, Lavantil, Maloney, and Coquier remains open to the public. The Ministry of Sports was asked by the committee to provide the monthly maintenance cost of the 9 pools under its purview. A breakdown shows that while Maloney, Morva, and Lavantil pools are provided, they provide staffing paid for by the Ministry of National Security. The Ministry of Sports provides $50,000 a month in salary for the remaining 6 pools. The report revealed that the Ministry of Sports' monthly security fee for its 9 pools was $403,000, while it cost taxpayers $4.8 million annually. The ministry annual WASA bill was estimated at $75,600. As for pools, Tea and Tech bill was between $5,000 to $10,000. The monthly and yearly costs were put to $58,000 and $696,000 respectively. So Trinidad and Tobago, all this money is being spent for 9 pools, total of $6 million annually, for 9 pools in Trinidad and Tobago. 9 pools. Security, staffing, water by WASA, and electricity provided by TNT. $6 million. Can the community come up with some ideas? Or instead of the ministry spending $6 million annually, can the community, can the Ministry of Sports have discussions with the community in order to keep some sort of fundraising event to maintain the pool, and we could spend $6 million elsewhere? Can the community keep some sort of event to maintain the pool? I want to hear what your thoughts is on this. We're going for a short commercial break, but when we come back, I want to hear what you have to say concerning this $6 million. And also, Paul says his hands tied on port workers' pay hike after this.
Do you have a public concern you would like to highlight? You can email your pictures and videos to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com, and we will highlight your concerns on our show for Public Concerns Wednesday.
When life throws you a curveball and you need a clear path forward, trust Real Talk Wrecking Service to get you back on track. Whether you're stuck on the roadside or dealing with an unexpected breakdown, our 24/7 wrecking service is just one call away. Fast response, reliable towing, and a team that's got your back. At Real Talk Wrecking Service, we don't just tow, we rescue. Real Talk Wrecking Service, your lifeline on the road to recovery.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Real Talk Report Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Real Talk Report Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carnival Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
So welcome back, viewers. The government has built the pools, I should say, for communities. What communities need to do is come up with some ideas in order to maintain the pool. To maintain the pool. Because the pool is there for the community. For the community. You already got help in building a pool, so your young ones could learn to swim. Why can't we as a community come up with a... Imagine that, eh? But nevertheless, the current Port Authority of Trinidad and Tobago, the board have stated that their hands are tied when it comes to a 12% increase for port workers. One of the situations is that led the strike action last week. Port Authority Chairman Lindley Alexander said the board that is sitting now was not involved in the process and had inherited it from a previous board. That sounds like a petrochin boy. Alexander stated that before his board came into office, there was an argument or an agreement that includes the development of some of its new working practice and some discussion around the settlement of a 12% wage hike. He noted that what has been described by SWWTU President General Michael Anisette is in fact what are the facts. A Human Resource Advisory Committee, which is a subcommittee of the Cabinet with the responsibility of monitoring wage and salary negotiation in the public sector, was the body in charge of the process. However, contacted on the issue, committee members Alison West said the best person to get an update from was the CPO. West did not confirm whether the matter was before the subcommittee. Last week, over 1,000 port workers took strike at the port in Port of Spain for the 12% salary increase and the health and safety issue. He said, while they signed off on the increase with the management, the government was now refusing it. So Trinidad and Tobago is a bacchanal right here again. Keep in mind, judges' salary are being cut. Security personnel for judges are being pulled back. There's no security for them. The government is now refusing to pay Port Authority workers 12% increase. But you know what? You want to know what Trinidad and Tobago? The Salary Revised Commission is willing to increase members of parliament salary. So the port workers, them are worth it. The judges making a decision and sentencing criminals, their job is nothing. It's not good, it's not good, it's not good. It's not fit for an increase. Who is fit for an increase? Parliamentarians. Parliamentarians are fit for an increase. So because they are MPs, they are fit for an increase. The judge who is sentencing murderers and criminals, they're not fit for an increase. They're not fit for security. Their lives is on the line. Which minister you see life on the line? None. Who got the most discounts in Trinidad and Tobago? Ministers. Who got the most perks in Trinidad and Tobago? Ministers. Who travel the most in Trinidad and Tobago? The ministers. Who got cell phone free usage? The ministers. Who got free allowance? The ministers. Who get data free? The ministers. Who gets tax exemption on cars? The ministers. So the rest of the country, all of put boulders in their mouth and practice biting it. This is what we are facing in Trinidad. The ministers, them, the MPs and them could get all the benefits that the country has to offer. So here this thing that hit me today. So if the Salary Review Commissions gets the approval to raise the MP salaries, now listen to this, those individuals who work in at the Salary Review Commission, would they get a pay increase? Would they get a pay increase without anybody knowing anything because of the fact that they have come together to raise the MP salaries? Well, let's say something, Trinidad and Tobago. That is an under the belt blow. That is an under the belt blow. Are you all happy? Are you all happy? Monies could be allocated to raise MP salaries. But money cannot be allocated to pay judges security, to give judges an increase. Let's see how the thing is in Trinidad. MPs have all the options to do anything they like. What do you have as an individual? What rights do you have? Your rights, they want to muzzle your rights. You protest, they want to muzzle the protest. And why? Sending out bulldogs. Who's the bulldogs? The PTPS who's being controlled. By who? Fitzgerald Hines and who? Craig Bryn. So when Saeed come here to talk, I don't come to bash, I just come to educate you all. And from time to time, I always say, I do bash party. I do bash individual. What I do is I load you up and I hold you responsible for the portfolio that you have. The portfolio that you decide to hold on to when you become a minister, that is the portfolio I am coming against you very hard. So hear this. Public utilities. Every time a new minister take on public utilities, is they always promise this and promise that and promise the next. Years now we have been hearing Trinidad and Tobago is going to have a 24 water supply. Years now we're hearing that, and up to now, Trinidad and Tobago has not have a 24-hour water supply. Queen Amnes hardly get water. Chief Justice hardly get water. Fullerton, well, Weeks them don't get water. Penal Day they had to protest for water. And these are rural areas that every public utility minister comes into office always promising and promising and promising. Even Marvin Gonzalez promised. How is that going to fix? Trinidad and Tobago, we were the oil belt of the Caribbean. We were the sugar industry of the Caribbean. And yet, in the 21st century, we can't get proper lighting system in Trinidad. We cannot get proper water supply in Trinidad and Tobago. We cannot get proper road facility in Trinidad and Tobago. We cannot have a proper hospital functioning in Trinidad and Tobago. We had a refinery. We had a refinery, for God and heaven's sake. We have some illiterate individual who have bachelor degree in this, that, and the next. And you know what? They couldn't even manage the only refinery in the Caribbean. They couldn't even do that. They couldn't even do that. They're so bright until they're stupid. The only country in the Caribbean had a refinery. All refinery was Trinidad. All we had to do is manage it proper. And Trinidad and Tobago would have been the little Dubai in the Caribbean. We was one of the wealthiest Caribbean country. Today we are ranking 6th on the worst criminals activities in Trinidad and Tobago on the world map. Imagine that. We going from a golden city to ranking 6th in robberies and murders and criminal activity on the world criminal map. That is how bad we did. Paula, good night. Hello?
Hello?
Go right ahead, you're live.
Yes, what I want to find out is if someone got arrested, do they arrest them back again within 2023?
I'm not hearing you clearly, my dear.
Okay. Someone who has been arrested for sexual assault, it's 7 years ago. Do they, if they're to go in high court, do they arrest them again, or they're supposed to be out and the matter pending and they go to court?
Operator, I will talk to you, my dear. I can't hear you clearly. I do apologize for that. So Trinidad and Tobago, imagine this now, Imagine this now. Guyana right here. They were the poorest Caribbean country. Right there. 1 hour in a plane, 1 hour and 15 minutes, and you're touching down in Trinidad International Airport from Trinidad. 1 hour and 15 minutes, sometimes less. I just travel weekly, so I could tell you. It's every week I'm in Guyana. Because we have business across there. Every week I'm in Guyana, sometimes 2 days, 3 days. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Or Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Or Thursday, Friday, Saturday. But I am there 2 days or 3 days every single week making sure our business runs. And everything is in place. Guyana, the poorest country in the world. And not the world. The poorest country in the Caribbean. Now they are producing oil. You know what they're going to build? They're going to build a refinery. They're going to build a sugar, how you call it again? A sugar mill. A grind cane. They're going to be producing their own sugar. What Trinidad and Tobago did. What we did. What did we do? We went from on top of the ladder to the bottom of the ladder. Guyana, from the bottom of the ladder, they're going to the top of the ladder. God don't sleep. God don't sleep. And what would you find Saieed and Real Talk Group? In Guyana. In Guyana. Like I say, I'm also a money lender in Guyana. But tell us something, I have documents, you know. Anybody could brace me. Saieed, where documents for Guyana to lend money? Really? Look at you. Saieed, where's the document to lend money in Trinidad? Look at here. Let me tell you something. Bad management would carry you from here to here. From here to here. Look what happened to our rice industry. Look what happened to our sugar industry. Look what happened to our oil industry. What did the government put in place now? What did the government put in place now to make sure that when you take off an online stream, you have something to replace that so the currency would keep circulating? What did they put? Nothing, nothing, nothing. They shut down the refinery. What did they put? Somebody else running a company and making big money. Big money. Imagine we buying refined oil now. We buying refined oil when we were refining oil and selling and making money. Bad management. Bad management. And the ministers and them, they see nothing wrong with that. Especially Stuart Young. It's okay, shut down the refinery, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. But little did they know, they would have had a backlash of US currency. Things get so bad in Trinidad now that they want to tax artists who singing abroad. That is how bad things get in. Trinidadians, all you open all your eyes. That is how bad things get in. So we're going for a short commercial break. But when we come back, you're going to hear tutor calls for police presence at high-risk schools right after this.
Do you have a public concern you would like to highlight? You can email your pictures and videos to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com, and we will highlight your concerns on our show for Public Concerns Wednesday.
When life throws you a curveball and you need a clear path forward, trust Real Talk Wrecking Service to get you back on track. Whether you're stuck on a roadside or dealing with an unexpected breakdown, our 24/7 wrecking service is just one call away. Fast response, reliable towing, and a team that's got your back. At Real Talk Wrecking Service, we don't just tow, we rescue. Real Talk Wrecking Service, your lifeline on the road to recovery.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Real Talk Report Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Real Talk Report Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
So welcome back to Trinidad and Tobago. Remember, I am a licensed money lender. If you're looking for cash borrow, it's not a problem. Don't make it a problem. As long as you have some form of security to hold, for we to hold, house, land, vehicle or gold, we will do business with you. And again, I say, those of you who are looking for 4% on a fixed deposit, let me tell you something. Let me just tell you something. Go in your bank and ask your bank, what is the interest rate on a fixed deposit for 100,000 for 5 years? Hear what I will tell you. They might tell you at the end of 5 years, you might get $5,000. Here at Real Talk Finance and Investment, once you invest $100,000 with us for 5 years, you're getting $20,000 interest for 5 years. I want you all to understand that. Remember, I'm a licensed money lender, and those of you who want to make money, not a problem. You have your money put on there and it's not growing with all these new extra bills coming up at the end of the month. Contact me and I will show you how to make money. That same money you have in the bank putting on there, doing nothing, I could show you how to invest that. As a licensed money lender. I license to lend any amount of money. Also, I am buying US currency. You have US currency to sell? Not a problem. I am paying $7.50 for 1 US. Why am I paying $7.50 US? Someday last week I went to the bank because Friday, I left the country Friday, right? And I wanted some US. I went to my bank. A businessman like me. How much US I get? $300 US. $300 US. That couldn't even pay the hotel. I'm telling you. That couldn't even pay the hotel. Imagine that, It's sad. Really, really sad. And I going on business, I going on business. Now, in Trinidad, US currency is a shortage. Is a shortage. And I am somewhat his black market. Let me tell you something. It's nobody from no finance ministry can come along and say, Saieed, well, we're going to charge you for paying black market price. I will tell you, supply me with X amount of money and I will pay you for it. Supply me and I will pay you the bank rate, 670, 680. Supply me with it. If you're an officer, supply me with it. Go to the bank and tell them give side X, Y, and Z in US, and I will pay the $6.80 for a bank rate. I have no problem with that. But when my company needs it, and my bankers cannot even supply me, I have no other options but to increase and get people to come to me who have it. So don't tell me it's a black market price. US is in demand and I am paying for it to keep my company running. Whether you like it or not. And that goes for finance minister. I am paying for my supply. You cannot tell me how much to pay for my supply. I am paying for my supply. Because I can tell you at the end of the day, you, neither your son, neither your daughter employ with me. So I had to do what I have to do to keep my employees working. You know why? Because they have family to feed. They had to put food on the table. They had to pay for the roof over their head. So I have to do what I have to do in order to keep my company running. Because I can't depend on $300 per day. I can't even pay the hotel fee in the next country. But nevertheless, going back to our story. The Trinidad and Tobago Unified Teachers Association is calling for more police patrol at schools which are deemed at high risk. Tutor President Mark Lumpkin reiterated calls by UNC Senator David Nakid for a greater police presence at schools. Now I gotta tell you something. We have 7,000 police officers in Trinidad and Tobago. We probably have about 6,000 army men sitting in a camp getting paid every 30 days. They're shining their gun, they're shining their boot, and they're shining their belt every single day. You want to take the police that patrols the city, patrols the streets, patrols the drug blocks, to carry them by schools? To carry them by schools. So when these policemen park up by the schools now, 1 hour before school, 2 hours, 3 hours after school over, that's about 4 hours Friday. That's about half of the day work Friday. So when a crime actually took place, the police can't live here because the school becomes important. While we have Trinidad and Tobago Defense Force members sitting, shining their belt, shining their boots, and oiling their gun. They're waiting for a war that would never happen because this is not Iraq, this is not Iran. Bring them out. Bring out about 3,000 of them, rotate them. Let us park up the vehicle by the schools. You know why? After school now, it's becoming a war turf. School children become bullies. Bring out the army. Bring out the officials, army officials, Trinidad and Tobago Defense Force members, and put them by the schools for a couple hours. Make sure the children go home. How hard is that? How hard is that to do? Fitzgerald Hines brain fry also? I'm allowed to say that, you know why? Freedom of speech. Freedom of speech and the press. This is the only show in Trinidad and Tobago that get things done. So I want to hear now what Fitzgerald Hines have to say concerning this, since he's the Minister of National Security. Tell watchman, we have some educated, how to say it, boy. They're educated with book but common sense, they're duncy like a boy, like a ganda egg. They're duncy like a ganda egg. Stink! I could say that. I could say that. It's me now challenging you now in the Minister of National Security. Me now, Saieed Ali, challenging him now to come up with an idea now to deal with school violence instead of taking the police and them from their patrols and anchoring them by a school in Trinidad. Makes no sense. It makes no sense. So tutor asking for police? No. Why don't you write a letter to the Minister of National Security requesting the Trinidad and Tobago Defense Force individuals to come out and anchor them by the school? We have 6,000 police. The strength that we have in Trinidad is like a thread. You pull it and it bursts. You pull it and it bursts. You know when they see they're uniting? When we gather at a park to protest for our rights, you see boy, about 2,000 officers coming to run we home. You know why? Because somebody in high places give them a command. All I go and dismantle a whole gang. We don't want no protest. Let them be like dogs. Let them go home back and back. Call a good night.
Good night, Saeed.
Go right ahead, your life.
I calling about this raise a pay that these ministers and them want. What happened to the pensioners and the public for relief people and them? Them have no pension to get no raise a pay and thing. When if you get in NIS, when time to get pension, they cut $1,000 from it.
Correct.
And they want me to live with that for the four week time, but them want 80,000 a month.
Correct.
Right? And the next thing is I have a next issue with Doham Primary School in Charlieville.
Hold on. I didn't hear the name clearly.
Pardon?
What name you said just now?
Doham Primary Hindu School in Charlieville.
Dohan.
Yeah, Doham.
Okay, go ahead.
Right. I have 2 grandchildren going there. My daughter-in-law take them and go on and live in Charlieville. And she giving the principal all kind of cock and bull story there. They said how they don't want my son in the school. But the child study, she called and said the child bullying children in school. And the principal say he don't want my son in the school because of the track record. I know what track record my son has.
Well, I will have to look into that. I can't say anything about that right now because I don't know.
Okay.
But we will look into it.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you, my friend. Minister of Health Terence Singh has called on certain fast food brand as he once again lamented what he described as the scourge of hypertension and diabetics facing this country. Speaking at the launch of the U Health and Wellness Expo at the Hyatt Regency Hotel, Saieed Singh maintained that the mega chain and companies had to take some blame for the health condition of the sector of society. Saieed Singh, you always do something foolish, you know. It is up to the individuals to go and buy. Nobody put a gun to the head. Nobody didn't put a gun to the man who buying the drugs on the block. Nobody didn't put a gun to the on an individual head to go and buy cocaine. Nobody didn't put a gun on your head to go and buy pizza or fried chicken or fry whatever it is. It is the individuals who have to make that healthy decision. Now listen to this.
While we welcome partnerships with drug suppliers, they focus on the treatment. They focus on after you have been diagnosed as a diabetic, after you have had a stroke, after you have had a heart attack. What we need to focus on in the 3 highs to the 3 lows is the prevention. There is not enough work going on there. And even if there is enough work going on there, people are addicted to Coke and Pepsi. In the same way they are addicted to cocaine and fentanyl.
It is the human being. It is our nature to choose. If we choose something that would get us sick, it is our fault. Pharmaceutical company making drugs for us to buy. As he listed out the cost of advertising, Saieed Singh added that his ministry has they have to work harder because they can't outspend. Listen to this man now. This man really kicks me, you know.
In 2022, Domino's Pizza spent $774 million on advertising. Pizza alone. McDonald's spent $638 million. Wendy's spent $538 million, and Coca-Cola spent $4 billion. That's what we are fighting. And all of these brands get free advertising in Trinidad via what? Cable TV. We freely and voluntarily consume that poison. And then we turn to the free public health system. Save me.
Saieed Singh, you better be careful. One of them help we in court for saying we consume those poison, you know. You better be careful, you know. Now I'm going to tell you something, Saieed Singh. I'm not against you, you know. But tonight I'm not against you. But I will tell you this. This is Domino product. This is McDonald's product. This is Coca-Cola product. They will spend money on ads and advertising to get their product outside. That is what they would do. They would spend to have their product out on the shelves. They will encourage people to buy. You see how I just encourage people to invest in Real Talk? We are a finance company. We are paying the highest rate in interest on fixed deposit. I do advertising also on papers, on Synergy, on social media. We spent on advertising. Because if I spend 100,000 per year and make 900,000 profit, just something I'm saying, eh? It's us. We want to get our product out there. And it's the same thing they are saying. You could go up on cable, make an ad and drop it on cable, and get free advertising also. Common sense is a heck of a thing, you know, but not everybody have it, you know. Call her good night.
Yes, sir. Good night.
Go right ahead.
Sorry, two things, right?
Talk to me.
Well, the first thing, I hear talking about petrol lines, right? And I say man who say key job is not to make nobody feel safe.
Correct.
Right, well, the man, they don't really care if the regiment out or not, you know. Them don't really care, you know. Remember, crime is our business, you know. People need to understand that, you know. People need to understand that. But what I really call about is this clown you have you showing on TV right now. He talking concerning all the fast food and whatever and thing, right? He talking about prevention. Why they don't come out and show the real facts and how much of people get injured by this COVID-19 vaccine and thing where they fool people and they encourage people and they lie to people to go and take. How much people get injured by that? You know how much people right now are afraid to come out and say they can't move a hand, they can't move a foot, something ain't functioning because of that vaccine. It's a lot of people are afraid to talk right now, you know. But what I really call for is he come out and he giving you figures now, right? Listen to what I'm saying here, right? He giving you figures now of franchises that spend certain amount of money for the year, correct?
Correct.
Right. Now, follow me, right? None of these companies he call are local states, right? And none of these companies do operate in TT currency, not so?
Correct.
So this is where we US currency going. That is why local businessmen cannot get the US currency to run the local business side. Well, let me tell you, in one hand, they're telling you buy local, support local. And look at where the US currency going. I didn't call the figures. He calling the figures that these people spending. All this money is in US currency. You think anybody in the US want to hear about Trinidad TT money? Buy that garbage. If you understand Trinidad, I think the shredder. People don't want to see that. People using US currency side. So you see how they just put their own foot in their own mouth? Watch it for yourself. Look at where the US currency going. All the businessmen that carry US, like yourself, and how to go black market to buy US currency. Look the man now telling you where he going. Coca-Cola spending $4 billion. Tell me that. Correct. Where the US from? Where the US coming from? And why local businessmen can't get it? Anyway, sir, you enjoy your night.
Thank you, my friend. Now, viewers, back to the Alsing. Notwithstanding any possible fallout over his comments, the minister said he wanted his message to be about consuming this product in moderation. As he reminded, it was also more about personal responsibility, especially the parents when it comes to their children's health. Listen to this.
Substitute Coke and Pepsi, Solo, Chubby for water. I am not saying cut it out. I am saying do it in moderation. I am saying don't feed your children a diet of KFC and pizza and all these things on a daily basis. Give them some fruits and vegetables. And you see this thing I invented called the stairs? Use it.
That man just bite your own tongue? That man now complaining of how much money McDonald's and Coca-Cola and Domino's spending. Wait, Trinidad and Tobago, that man just bite your own tongue? Let's see why I should love Real Talk. Let's see why I should invest in Real Talk, a growing company and a financial institution. Let me tell you something. I here to stay, you know. I here to stay, you know. Nobody is shutting me down or moving me, you know. If nobody never light a light in your whole life, I will light it for you. Caller, good night.
Very, very good evening to you, Mr. Said.
To you, my friend.
Who it is granting the license and renewing the license for all these fast food jobs?
Well said.
Not the government?
Well said.
What are they complaining about? And why he is not talking about Angostura and Fernandez and Whitco? Why he not talking about
smoking dangerous, drinking alcohol and driving dangerous?
Yeah. Mariam Abdul Richard, she was one of the key figures in the briefings and whatnot during the COVID. She is also on the board of Angostura. So on the one hand, she is talking about dangers of alcohol and whatnot, and on the other hand, she on the board promoting it. All the best. Have a great evening.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you, my friend. Oh, let's see how real talk is give it. We ain't a sugarcoat nothing like no other station. We ain't sugarcoating. We letting you have it left, right, and center. When God gave me the inspiration, Said, name your program Real Talk. Let me tell you something. Nobody did know was raw facts all coming to get, you know. All I did know that, you know. The asking just bite his tongue there, you know. So I don't know how he and these big boys and them going to saddle, you know. They say when you dig your own grave, when you dig a grave for somebody, you self might end up falling in it, you know. What he just did, he fall in your own grave. He fall in your own grave. But nevertheless, viewers, we're going for a short commercial break. When we come back, I'm going to give you no break, that is it? 2 minutes? Okay. So here it is. I just want to rub the scene quick. UNC leader Kamala Prasad-Biswas has warned third parties that while her party is open to working with others, she won't allow her members to be disrespected, and smaller parties must also carry their weight and not play the fool with the 300,000 strong UNC members. Who is Kamala throwing this for? Trinidad and Tobago, ask yourself that. Is this the beginning of a fallout? I don't know, I just asking. It's Kamala words I'm using, not mine. Is this the beginning of a fallout? Now here it is. She said UNC general election nomination will close soon and screening begins shortly. This after an anonymous social media post hinting at issue with the National Transformation Alliance surface. So Trinidad and Tobago, who is Kamala throwing this for? It couldn't be me. It couldn't be me. As an independent person, you know, we don't depend on nobody. We depend on God. God make our way. Said, here's your money. A minute. 2. So viewers, I am Saieed Ali. You are viewing Real Talk with Saieed. We are live on Facebook. Real Talk with Saieed Ali on Facebook. Remember, viewers, I'm a licensed money lender. You can come down to our office, or you can just flash the numbers. You can call our office, viewers, set up an appointment. Come and see me if you want cash borrow. If you have money to invest, you want to turn over what you have, I'm a licensed money lender. I can help you all day. So viewers, that is our number on screen. Come down to our office. So until we meet again, Trinidad and Tobago, I am Saieed Ali. You are viewing Real Talk with Saieed Ali, the #1 current affairs program in our country. Until we meet again, good night.